making a mixed media collage of your pets. So I just wanted to talk about my pets a little bit. This is my Rosie girl, and she's a pit bull chihuahua. She's 4 years old. She's from the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia. And this is her brother Diesel. He's a boxer bulldog. He's 7 years old, also from the Humane Society of Georgia. I adopted both of them within the past couple of years. I don't have kids, so these are my kids. So I'm gonna be making a collage of, we're gonna just do one for Rosie just because I have a lot more like prettier cutouts that I'm gonna show you. And I'll do Diesel another day, but we're gonna do one for Rosie today. And I'm just gonna show you all the products that we need to get this started. Most important is going to be a picture of your pets. And this is Rosie. Then next you need either a canvas, or if you have some really heavy duty type of paper, or even a piece of cardstock is fine. Ideally, if you have any kind of a canvas, it's great. Maybe you have an old canvas at home that you want to repurpose and turn it into something else. That would be something good that you can do. But just something that's heavy to hold a picture, cardstock, and some add-ons. And then the next thing you're gonna need is a piece of cardstock, because I'm gonna be cutting Rosie's picture out and I'm gonna be mounting it onto a heavier piece of paper. Then this is just not necessary, but if you have it, just some nice scrapbook paper, if you have vintage books, things like that. This is called Timothy Holt Ideology, and I got this at AC Moore. And I'm just gonna be using this first piece of really pretty paper that you see for this project. And then I've got some old books, because I go to a lot of thrift shops and things like that, and I like to collect old vintage books, and I use them in a lot of my artwork. So if you have any books at home that your parents don't mind that you use, that would be great. We're gonna use that with some Mod Podge. So next is our Mod Podge right here, foam brushes. Glue, if you don't have Mod Podge, it's not the end of the world if you don't have that. Glue is totally fine, you can make it work. Then these are just some of my cutouts. So that's another pack that I like to use. Again, that's Tim Holtz Ideology, $7 on Amazon for a pack of, I don't know, 83 pieces. And I just took out some of the ones that I like already. And then lastly, this is just optional. I have some really nice fabric. This is just like some hot pink with some gold strawberries. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recreate her bow tie with this fabric. So this makes it also more of a mixed media collage because we're mixing different types of art pieces. So we've got our books, our scrapbook paper, our fabric, some paper cutouts, this flower right here, and a hot glue gun. If you're allowed to use it, great. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, so the first step, I'm gonna be tearing pictures out of a book, which is gonna feel totally strange, especially because you guys are all used to going to the library and you would never do this at the library. But if you have these at home, you can do that. I'm gonna lay all my pieces out. And if you have more time, take your time. You can mold these pieces around your canvas and make them look nice. And you can even cut them around the sides and things like that. But I'm gonna do kind of a quick version with you guys today. And I'll take this off. Pour a little bit of this Mod Podge into this bowl. Definitely use a disposable bowl. It's hard to get this out. I'm gonna take my foam brush. And I'm just gonna spread this Mod Podge all over the canvas. And this is what's gonna make the book pages stick to the canvas. Make sure you have wipes on hands or paper towels with soap because this stuff can stick to you. And it is definitely a stronger smell, so maybe just let it dry in a different room. You don't really want like children or pets to be around the scent. It's kind of strong. Okay, we've got the canvas covered. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm really just gonna lay this out just like this and push it down. You can use anything that you want for your background. I'm really into like a vintage feel. And I even have a book called Old Hollywood Dogs that I use sometimes too. And I take out some old Hollywood vintage pictures of dogs from films and I use that for my backgrounds. You could do a superhero theme. You could do a rainbow theme, which is popular right now. Cartoons, anything you want. So next I'm gonna cut out my picture of Rosie. And You can either cut the square out or you can cut around her, around your pet. Obviously, right now I'm gonna cut around her and it's gonna look like she's cut off, which is kind of funny. Maybe print out 2 pictures of your pets, just in case you mess up or anything like that. And you can put multiple pets in one collage if you want to. You don't have to just do one. You can do rabbits, cats, a lizard, any kind of pet that you have. Now I'm just gonna round this off so her legs don't look like they're weird. Okay. Now I'm going to take Rosie and I'm gonna glue her right into cardstock and then cut around that again. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want this cardstock to stick to the books and not lift. So that I'm gonna use glue for. So you can use Craft Bond or any kind of school glue. And if you don't have a, like say you don't have a printer, your printer's not working, if you have just an old picture of your dog or a favorite picture, you can use that too, as long as your parents are okay with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put her in my collage, but first I want to figure out what I'm going to do with this scrapbook paper that I like. And this you can just add more to make that stick. So obviously I'm not going to use this whole piece, it would be too big. I want to show this side of the flowers. So what I'm going to do is, so it looks more blended, I'm going to cut right here, cut across, and then I'm just going to cut up like this. That way, the picture's here. I'm gonna stick her behind here, like that. And we're gonna glue that down. So again, you can use your Mod Podge if you want to stick the paper down fast. And you can even use this Mod Podge on top of your pages to get more of a glossy vintage look. I'm just doing a quick version with you guys so you're not bored waiting for it to dry. So before I stick this down, I'm also going to add some to the back of here. And I'm going to tuck her behind. And if you don't like the way they're sticking, add a little bit more glue. Okay. Now I want to take some of these cutouts that I have here and just kind of, first I'm going to lay them out and just see where I think they look good. I know I definitely want a butterfly. I like that up there against the pages. I like this rose here. And maybe I'll just recreate that sunflower look. Just an idea, just play around with it, see what you like, see what you think. And less can be more. I tend to go a little crazy with crafts. But you don't have to do as many things as this if you don't want to. Again, anything that's sticking up, you're gonna let it dry for a while. You won't go this fast. I think I'll make that come off the page a little bit at the top. Okay, so I've got my collage all laid out. Now I want to add a mixed media piece. So that's gonna be my fabric. So I'm just gonna make that tiny little bow. So I'm gonna cut out a little piece, pretty small. And if you have fabric scissors, they're easier. I was just trying to show you, you can use regular scissors too. Okay, so I want to create that piece, so I'm just gonna try to get it to be about that size. So this bow tie here is gonna pop off the page a little bit. All I'm doing is I'm folding once this way, folding back the other way, folding again that way, folding this way. And then we have a little tiny bow tie, like that. I'm going over to my glue gun over here. I'm gonna put a dot of glue here and a dot of glue there. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. We're gonna glue that right on top. I'm gonna reach my glue gun across, put a little dot right on Rosie's picture where the bow tie is gonna go. And I'm just gonna stick this on like that. Then you're gonna let that dry, get rid of any weird pieces, you know, glue or anything that needs to dry. And you've got a really cute collage of your pet. Like I said, rabbits, lizards, cats, dogs, anything, any pet that you have, your grandparents' pet, your friend's pet, anyone's you can do this for. It's the Good Mother's Day program, you know, anything that you want to do. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.